Everyone now.
Good evening, all. I love the little mothers meeting before Roundtable. Now, I love everyone chatting. It's good to see everyone. Let's see who we got on. We got Bex, Cal, Cheryl, Christine, Deb, Dion, Donna, Lloyd, Harriet, new Donna's on, Jody, Joanne, Julie, Michelle, Miranda, Miriama, Novia, and Sarah. Awesome. Thanks everyone for coming on board. We've got a big bunch of you. And how good Mighty May is finished. I hope you're proud of yourselves. I am extremely proud of all of you. Seeing each and every one of you, pound the pavement on the weekend. I know a lot of you have injuries and, it's got certain things going on, whether it's a back or a knee. And I know a lot of you still push through that pain, and to see 700 kilometers amongst our group is pretty outstanding. So you guys should be really proud of what we've achieved over the last month. But hey, like always, we're looking to what's next. What's next for this community? How can we continue to achieve amazing results? How can we continue to move forward? And how can we continue to grow as a community and ultimately get the results that we're after? So tonight, we are talking about how to overcome curveballs. As some of you know, my dad passed away last Tuesday, and it was a difficult time for myself, my sister, and my mum. And just the support we have received from this community, our friends and family, has been truly amazing. And I know, no doubt, I know mums in this community have been through something similar. And just, the encouragement and support means so much during this time. But look, the show must go on. And tonight I'm going to talk specifically about that. How do we actually overcome curveballs? So I'm just going to share my screen here. All right. So how do we overcome curveballs? Okay, and I believe curveballs, there is multiple forms of curveballs. You're going to go through curveballs in your life, and so am I. I'm going through one right now, and I believe there's a curveball. There's small ones and there's big ones. There's small curveballs such as stress. We got lack of energy, motivation. That's a day-to-day curveball that we all kind of juggle. Time management. That's something that most of us, we can overcome, and we're good at creating solutions, and we've got a habitual habit of how to actually overcome that, and that's totally fine. And then there's curveballs that are a little bit bigger. Okay, so we got curveballs like trauma, we got death, sickness, losing a job. And I know some mums in this group have been through, if not all those things, or maybe you're going through something similar to myself right now. And all I know is that life is, it doesn't necessarily go to what we plan. And that's just the way life is. And I know a lot of you would attest to that life does throw its curveballs and doesn't go always to plan. So how do we actually overcome those curveballs so they don't derail us, so they don't take us to a place where we stay stuck where we need to be? So there's been things that I've been using when I've been going through this curveball of myself that have really helped me through this last week. Now, the first thing is, let's identify, we've got life here, and then we've got a curveball, okay? Whether for you, that's 2 weeks in, 3, 4 weeks in, and then you get bad news, you get a bad phone call. I know we've got some mums going through some stuff at the moment with friends or family that is, similar to myself right now. So we hit this point, we hit this curveball point. Now, there's multiple things that happen at this point. There's thoughts and patterns that come in our head, and there could be regret. It could be, I wish I did this. I should have. I should have comments. I wish I did this. And our brain naturally goes to these thought patterns, and it's just the brain doing what it's supposed to do. It's just as we hit a traumatic event, we're then going to look at all the things we should have done, we could have done. I wish I did this, and that's totally fine. Now, this little curveball here, there's two things that we can do. We can let this curveball be the reason for why we're not where we want to be. Or we can use this curveball to be the fuel for us to reach our potential, to live that fulfilled life and to truly be happy. And society would look at anyone hitting curveballs in life, whether that's trauma, death, sickness, whatever it is, and go, oh yes, I understand why they are where they are. And that's okay. But me as an individual, this community, I never want it to be the normal community. I want it to be a community that can hit curveballs, and we can actually find a way of how we can use the curveballs to fuel us and to become better. Who would like to use the curveballs? Just wave at me, to be fuel rather than the reason of why we are stuck. Yeah, pretty much all of us. And I think the number one thing that I think will help you is understanding that you need to have a reason. Okay, a reason of why you need to use this curveball as fuel. And I like to use why, okay, why you're doing what you're doing. And I hark on this a lot in our community because I think it's truly important. I really believe that life, health and fitness, whatever you want to call it, is 80% psychology and 20% is knowledge and mechanics. And I'm definitely going through that season right now where I've worked a lot on my psychology over the years. And it's definitely helped me get through the last week. And I know it will continue to help me get through for the weeks to come. And a lot of people, they want to know what, and they want to know how. How do I overcome this? What do I need to do to actually overcome this? But we need to actually look deeper and we need to go, why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And your reason, your why, will be tested when curveballs are thrown at you. And that's simple. My reason, my why has been tested definitely over the last week of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I truly believe that it's from my heart, this why, this reason. That's the reason I'm doing this roundtable. It's the reason I'm still in this community. And I know if I go, hey, community, like I don't want to do the community anymore, like, you know, I just want some time off. I know everyone would totally understand that, and that's totally fine. And that's a normal thing to do. But I'm using this event, this curveball, because I have a true reason of how this curveball can allow me to have a greater impact. How can this curveball allow me to touch more mums' lives? How can I use this experience to then impact, to communicate? And this is my why. This is my reason of why I've been able to get through the last week and why I know I'll continue to get through the weeks to come, is that I really believe my life on earth is to be unique. And to be unique in a sense, I know that I need to go through unique experiences that other people might look at these experiences and goes, well, I don't want to go through that. And I'm just going to stay stuck and where I am. But I refuse to do that. And I want to use this reason. I want to use my dad's passing as a reason of why, when I go through that experience, I'm going to have a new set of skills, a new set of outlook on life, perspective, character growth, to be able to impact more people. Because what's more credible? This is the thing. What's more credible? Someone that goes through life and life's just dandy and it's good, or someone that goes through those experiences and don't let those curveballs actually keep you down? And then when I talk to mums, you guys in this community, I'm talking from a place of experience. I'm not talking from a place of theory. I'm talking from a place I've actually felt those emotions. I felt the fear, I felt the doubt, I felt the curveball that you might have gone through or you will go through into the future. And then I can impact, and then I can lead, and then I can actually pierce your heart to change, to look at things in a different way. And this has been the biggest reason. I want you to start to think about your life right now and think about your health and fitness journey. What's the reason you're doing what you're doing? And like I said, that reason, that why, will be tested when curveballs get thrown at you. And many of you have overcome many, doubtful situations in your life because you've had a strong reason. And I recommend that you hold on to that reason. And as you grow, as you develop, start to work on that reason a little bit more. And people don't do this simple thing of understanding why they're doing what they're doing. They're looking at the how, they're looking at the what, but they're not looking at the core foundation that's going to actually allow them to do the things that are in line with them to truly be fulfilled, to truly have impact. Because everyone's a mum in here. And I know all of you want to have a sense of impact and you want to be a role model for your kids. Is that right? Just wave at me if that's true. And that's all of you. And that's just the truth that as human beings, we want to have impact and we want to know that our life actually means something and to be truly happy. And what I've learned, and I know, a lot of you have been through similar situations, is that life is short. And when I was younger, I thought, oh, nah, I'm 20, I'll be fine. I'll get through it. And on Tuesday, when my dad passed away, the nurse came in and she said, look, he's gone. And in an instant, life was taken away. 64 years, his life was taken away like that. And what I took from that is that life is actually truly short. In 64 years, he was breathing 1 minute and the next minute he wasn't. And in that, the lesson I took from that is, what are the things that I can do in my life? What's the reason for why I'm living? What's the reason I'm training? What's the reason I'm eating? What's the reason I'm communicating? And I want you to reflect on that, because in an instant, it's actually taken away. In an instant. And I saw that firsthand on Tuesday. I know each and every one of you have maybe been through similar situations, but it causes us to have that perspective. Now, we can have two perspectives there. We can go, why me? Why this? I'm stuck because of this. Or we can go, what's the good in this? How can I reflect on this situation and put it on my life to live a more fulfilling life, to live a life of more impact? Why am I training? Why am I tracking my food? Because I want to live a healthy life, because I want to live a life of impact. These are the reasons that cause us to continue on to this journey long term. Does that help? Just give me a wave if that makes sense. Awesome. So that's number one. Have a strong reason, have a strong why. Number two is, this is what's really helped me over the last week, is you need to have a mentor, a friend, or a coach that is external from the situation. So it's very important, and I've always invested in coaches and mentors, and I still do to this day, just like have you guys invest into this program. I truly believe in it. And the reason I invest into mentors and coaches is because I want to have an expert in the field that has gone through similar situations that I'm going through, or is where I want to be, or is an expert in the field. And that saves me time and money. But a lot of people look at it, oh, I don't want to waste, money, and therefore I'll just do it myself. But the mistakes they could have saved them years or months in actually paying for a mentor or a coach that's external to the situation, to actually go, hey, this is what I see, and this is how I can actually have a different perspective on the current situation. And for me, like, society conditions you a certain way, and this is my own personal opinion, is society conditions these things need to be like this. But I also look, okay, if society conditions that's the way, then everyone would be happy and everyone would be successful and everyone would be truly fulfilled with their life, but they're not. So I want to build a community that doesn't think the normal way. That when we hit curveballs, when we hit things in our life, it doesn't derail us, it just fuels us to become better. So very simple task, and that simple thing, and I think the more simple we have these practical tips in times of curveballs, the more likely we're going to implement it, and the more likely we're actually going to get the thing we're looking for to actually help us through that curveball. So that's number two. And number three, and what I've been doing, is focusing on one thing. For me, it's training 4 times. When life throws us curveballs, we've got stress points that overtake our minds. I know my mom, my sister have been tremendously stressed, trying to organize a funeral, trying to organize this. You've got friends, you've got family calling you from different angles. It's like, there's a lot going on, but what can I focus on one thing? This is giving me an opportunity to master one thing. Now, for me, it's training. How can I master training through this season? Awesome. Rather than going, okay, I'll wait till this season is over and then I'll start training and then I want to focus on one thing. And then I'm building that habit. And like I did on a daily rev, leadership is not a badge or a title, it's behavior. And for me, that's another reason why I do what I do, is I have this community. I have clients that I want to show them that when life throws you curveballs, that you can get through it and you can actually become stronger. So for me, I'm focusing on training because I know it gives me the certainty I need every day. It gives me that time to think, to reflect, to think about my goals for the day, and then to go. So these are the 3 things that have really ultimately helped me over the last week, is having a reason. And I want you to question your reason. Really start to think deep about what is your reason for your health and fitness. What is your reason for life? And it's okay if we don't have it right now. It's always being tweaked and it's always being improved, but definitely having a reason why. And many people, when you go, why do you train? And they go, I just want to be fit and healthy. Fit and healthy, when you hit curveballs, is not going to get you through. It has to come from a place of, I need to do this because of X, Y, and Z. It has to come from a place from the heart and the soul that drives you every single day. Does that make sense? Number 2 is external, okay? So go to someone that's external from the situation, a coach, a mentor, or a friend that helps you see a different perspective. And number 3, focus on one thing. It's an opportunity to master one thing. Master one thing, get really good at it. And when you come out of that season, you've got multiple things. You master that one thing, what's the next thing I can master? Okay, now nutrition. Okay, now steps. And then you just keep hammering that habit. And every time you hit a curveball, your natural habit is to go, okay, I'm going to focus on that one thing. This is the one thing I'm going to focus on. And that's how you build habits and consistency. Okay, how was that? Good, awesome. So those three things, really simple, okay? I've implemented those things and it's coming from a place of experience and not a place of theory. And yeah, that's essentially it. So now I'm going to move on to, I'm going to announce the Mighty May winners, the team, okay? There's been amazing teams and I've seen the messenger groups going off, talking to each other. People have injuries through the last month and still be able to push through. And that's been really inspirational for me to read those and seeing you guys encourage each other and this community growing together as well. So look, there was amazing teams, but there was one real standout team for me. And I would love to give, there was a group of 3 to start off with, and I'll notify the 4th, but essentially it was the J group. Okay, so they were Jody, Joanne, and Julie. And I know that, was it Donna? It was Deb. Deb or Donna was in that group as well, which I'll notify as well. But these guys, they came first in the MyFitnessPal challenge. They came first in the 5 kilometer or 10 kilometer challenge. They came first in the 48-hour challenge. So Joanne, Jody, and Julie, you guys did amazing in the challenge. As a total, you guys lost 6.5 kilos over the month. So congratulations to that. I'll be giving each of you a $50 good food voucher, okay, that you can use and have fun with. So congratulations. Let's give them a hand for the last month. Individually, they were awesome. So congratulations to you guys. Amazing efforts. And now we're on to the next month. So I really like this team stuff. I hope you do as well. So I think we're going to keep this trend moving into next month. We're going to do a weight loss challenge, okay, moving into next month. You'll be working in your same teams. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's not fair if, you know, someone's 100 kilos, it's easier for them to lose weight. I know what you might be thinking. So what we do is we simply do a body fat percentage according to your weight. So that's why it'll be fair. So it doesn't matter if you're 100 kilos, 80 kilos, 70 kilos, 60 kilos, because, you know, someone that's 100 kilos loses a kilo compared to someone that's 50 kilos that loses 200 grams. It's all going to be relative to the percentage that we work out. So you'll be working your teams over the next month. Okay, so we're taking your weigh-in from yesterday, your measurements, and your photos. Okay, so if you haven't uploaded that, please do so. If you have any issues, please message me. That'll be your starting weight, okay, from yesterday. So your weight, measurements, okay, if you don't know, do measurements, we do chest, nipple line, we do waist, belly button, and then we do hips, which is the biggest part of your bum. All right, so I know weight is not the best indicator. That's why I like to have photos. Okay, you can take a photo of the front, photo of the side, a photo of the back, and then we're going to do weight, measurements, photo. Yeah, those 3 things. And then we'll look at, and then we also obviously have an agenda for this month as well. So let's share that agenda. Okay, so this month we're focusing on food. Okay, and I believe it's, you know, correlates with weight loss. Food is a big part of that. So starting tomorrow, every single day, every single week, there's going to be a challenge that you need to do. This first week is going to be have fruit or vegetables with your dinner. Okay, you'll take a photo of it. There'll be a post at night time, 6 or 7 p.m. You just need to send a photo of your dinner. Okay, what's on there? Is there fruit or vegetable? I want you to include some sort of fruit or vegetable into your dinner. Okay, every single day starting tomorrow. Week 2 is go green each day. Okay, go green each day is essentially having some sort of green. It might be a green smoothie, it might be having vegetables, whatever that is. We'll go into more detail as those weeks come. Week 3 is drinking 2.5 liters every single day. Okay, week 4 is no processed food. All right, simple as that. The focus is nutrition. So again, there's going to be winners for a team. I'm going to be looking for who's the most compliant in the month in terms of the food stuff, who has the biggest percentage of weight loss, who has the best photos, and who has the best measurements over the next month. Any questions? Please wave at me. Does it all make sense? Awesome. So this is this month's agenda. do your weigh-ins if you haven't done that already. That's going to be your starting weight from yesterday. Okay, starting measurements and starting photo. If you haven't do that, please do so. The challenge starts tomorrow night. Okay, that's the dinner, and then you still have your messenger groups, and then the team collectively that gets the best results is going to be the winner for this month. Awesome. Coolio. Tomorrow I have my dad's funeral, so that'll be, I'll send a link if anyone wants to join through, and that'll be great closure for our family. But I'm still here, as I've been talking to most of you. Things are as normal for me in terms of this community. And yeah, thanks everyone for buying your magnesium as well. If you haven't bought your magnesium, let me know. And I know a lot of people have been getting better sleep, you know, better release in muscles as well. So that's been awesome to hear. So thank you very much for coming tonight. Ariane, Beck, Cheryl, Christine, Deb, Dion, Donna, Harriet, Donna, second Donna, Jody, Joanne, Julie, Kate, two Kates, Kate Burgess, Kate Milton, Kay Harlan, Michelle, Miriama, Novia, and Sarah. Love this community. I love the support, and I appreciate everything you've done for me over the last couple of days. It really touches my heart, and I know that what I'm doing is the right thing. I'm really proud of this movement. And it just showed that through adversity, through in community, that we can get through anything. So just know you'll all go through your own battles, and I know the community has helped. Possibly my coaching has helped as well, and that's just amazing to see. That's the reason I created this community, is to get through, not when things are going well. How can we hit these curveballs and be the most amazing community to help each other, to gather together, you know, to cry together, to laugh together. But at the end of the day, we're all working towards that common goal. And I really feel that. I hope you feel that as well. So thank you very much. I'll let you all go. Any questions, let me know. But I'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks, guys. Thank you.